Hey y'all, Discoria here. Welcome to today's video, which is going to be the Finish Fast guide for Flames of Reflection. So, Flames of Reflection is the newest facility event, one that everybody's been waiting for quite a long time. This is the Fire Facility event. So, finally, we are getting the Fire Facility event, which grants the monument that will basically give extra buffs to your fire type characters. And this monument is called Arctos Monument. And I was going to show it to you, but then I realized it's under construction. So if I click info, you can see a little picture of the Arctos Monument. Arctos is one of the new characters from the newest banner. So if you haven't watched my video on the newest banner, I would suggest go check that out, because I do talk about the kits on the new characters, and one of the newest dragon, the newest 5-star dragon, is named Arctos. So this monument is built to look like him, and it actually kind of ties into the story around the event in a pretty cute way, which I'm going to get to in a second. So we're all very excited about this facility event. What I want to talk about in today's video is I'll give just a really brief outline of the event and its plot without spoiling anything. And then I'm just going to kind of jump into what the best way is for beginners to progress through this event and collect the maximum number of rewards in the smallest amount of time possible with the smallest amount of investment possible, especially since if you just started the game, you probably don't have a lot of resources to be upgrading your units with. Plus, you probably don't have a lot of units, so you kind of want to know what units you can use to progress through the event quickly that maybe you do have. So, very quickly, quests. So, starting at the beginning, you're introduced to Rena, Renee, and Ramona, the 3 sisters of the blacksmithing family. And you get to meet, they basically encounter a powerful rival, as you can see there, it says right there. And they want to enter a competition and become better at their trade in terms of making amazing weapons. And to do this, they actually run into their late father's mentor / coach, Arctos, the giant fire bear, basically, the 5-star fire bear dragon. And he coaches them, and, once they've kind of come to the end of it, I don't want to spoil it, so you'll just have to kind of go through the story, but it's, it's a happy ending. But I'll let you kind of go, that's just a really brief overview. I mean, I really enjoyed the story. I felt like there was some kind of cool character development. I felt like it was pretty, it wasn't too long. I don't like it when the stories are really long. And the animation was pretty cool. So, definitely finish, you don't really have any choice but to finish the story anyways to get to the end. But, I think people will enjoy it for sure. So, once you've progressed far enough, you're going to unlock Arctos Trials, and they come in 3 difficulties: beginner, standard, expert, and there's actually a 4th difficulty, which is called extra, which unlocks occasionally when you beat expert. I don't know exactly what the incidence is, but I've been getting it extremely frequently, so my guess is it's around 25% of the time. When you beat expert, you trigger the extra difficulty, and that grants more rewards when you're beating it. So, plus it's free to take on. You don't have to spend stamina or wings on that one, so it's pretty great to unlock. So, once you reach these, they're blocked by how much you've upgraded the Arctos Monument. So when you first get Arctos Trial Beginner, you can tackle that. And then when you get to Standard, the Monument, I think, has to be level 5. And when you get to Expert, around level 8. Give or take a couple levels. And it just won't let you progress in the Arctos Trials difficulty until you've upgraded your Monument. The Monument is upgraded with logs, and if you look at my event currency at the top of the screen, you can see to the left I have 271 logs. They have a more creative name than that, and I'm having a difficult time remembering exactly what they are calling it in the game. Let me see if at the bottom here they've got a name. Yeah, okay, it's called the Motivational Log, everybody, the Motivational Log. So I had 271, but those Motivational Logs are what you use to upgrade Arctos' Monument and the Halidom. So you want to amass as many as you can, as quickly as you can, and upgrade that monument as quickly as you can, so you can keep unlocking different difficulties of the Arctos trial. So basically, you're going to grind for those motivational logs, and you're going to update you're going to update the monument as much as you can. You want to ensure that you're updating that monument to level 30, which is its max level, and you want to do that before the end of the event. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck with a monument that's not fully leveled up, and that's, trust me, as somebody who's been playing since day one, extremely frustrating, because I'm looking at my sweet retreat, and I didn't know any better back then. I only upgraded it to level, I think, either 27 or 28, and every day I have to go in there and look at how much I didn't upgrade it to the max. So make sure you're grinding logs. What is the most efficient way to grind logs? Well, that's the Arctos Trial Expert difficulty, and when it's available, the extra difficulty. The extra difficulty is the best far and away. Usually, if you've got enough bonuses on, you can usually get about 300 logs from the extra. Expert gives about 100 logs when you're fully bonused out. And by bonused out, I mean you've got the correct event worm prints equipped, which I'm going to get to in a second. So when you're grinding logs, again, Arctos Trial Expert, and when it's available, extra. You should be able to beat these with a fairly basic team, and I'm going to show you how basic that team can be in just a second. The other battle that's going to appear is the Path to Mastery. So there's motivational logs in this event to upgrade the Arctos Monument, and that is of the most importance to you. But the next most important are the Mettle rewards, which I just clicked on my screen. And basically, it's an entire ladder of rewards that they will give you for collecting a certain amount of what's called Mettle. Mettle is one from different challenges, but the best way to grind the Mettle for the Mettle rewards is the Path to Mastery. The Path to Mastery Master will likely give you the most, but it's not really for beginners. It's just not something beginners are going to be able to do because it takes so much investment. I myself, as a day one player, I haven't even taken it on yet. I was able to beat the last Facility Event Master difficulty. I should be able to do this one. I just haven't had the time to dedicate to just sit down and make sure I'm paying enough attention to go at it. So for you beginners, it's really the Path to Mastery Expert. That's the one you're going to want to take on. And that, by grinding that Path to Mastery Expert, it's going to give you Mettle rewards. You're going to max out those Mettle rewards while you're grinding by, again, ensuring that you're maximizing the buffs and bonuses you receive from the event worm prints. And if you're doing it properly, you should be able to gain about in between 20,000 to 30,000 Mettle per run, which should make completing the Mettle rewards ladder to 1 million collected not a difficult task at all. I'm almost done, and I believe this event goes till the 22nd. So, I'll have so much time left over. I'm going to be done really soon, and this hasn't been grinding hard at all. You, as a beginner player, you want to grind for maximum Mettle. There's so many important resources here: Twinkling Sand, Exquisite Honey, Consecrated Water, Mana. The Mana is so important when you're trying to maximize your characters to be able to take on more difficult content, as well as summon vouchers. There's a huge amount of summon vouchers, which are basically free summons in these games. 5, how many else? 10. I feel like there were about 20. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there were 20 free summons in that Mettle ladder. You want those summons, new players. The anniversary banner's coming up soon, and maybe even a summer banner. We just don't know yet. So let's go now to team composition, so I can help these new beginner players in creating the correct team to be able to take on this content. Being a fire facility event, you're going to want to go at this with your fire characters. So, I'm showing my team here. Obviously, beginners who are watching this video are already going, well, obviously, Discoria, I don't have 5-star Ramona, Mikoto, 4-star Sanoa, 4-star Vanessa. I totally agree. That would be ridiculous if I was trying to advise you to use, a max team like I'm using right now. This isn't even a max team. I only have 2 max characters on this team, so it's only 17,000 might, but I'm obviously not going to be doing that. So let's go over to the team that I put together that I believe that beginners will be able to build fairly quickly. So don't pay attention to might, new beginner players. Just don't worry about that for right now. You have to have enough might to take on the fight, so meet the minimum requirements, but other than that, just don't worry about it. So the characters that I've chosen for my beginner team are 3-star characters from the gacha, and then 2 4-star free characters. The character that's called Discoria is Yuden, and everybody gets that character. So you already have that character no matter what. The other character that I chose was Melsa, which I got from a previous event, which is a 4-star fire character. If you've been playing for at least a couple months, I honestly don't remember when that character was given out, but I don't think it was too long ago. If it was, I apologize, but she's just a 4-star character, so she can be substituted with any other 4-star fire character as well. The other two that I chose were just 3-star low rarity gacha characters, Alan and Orion. Orion came in the Valentine's event, so he's pretty recent, and Alan. If you don't have these characters, don't worry about it. Just try and use whatever 3-star fire characters, and if you've got any 4-star fire characters, use those. But I tried to create a team of what I felt like most beginner players should have fairly quickly, a mix between 3 stars and 4 stars. So the next thing, okay, so these are the characters you've chosen. I maxed out their level with yellow stones. I always do that. If you have enough yellow stones, it doesn't cost generally very much to max out a character at a full level. So do that if you have enough stones to do that. That's the first step. The second step is how many mana circles did I unlock? Just to make a point, I only unlocked 20 mana circles for each character because that requires a very low investment of mana. Excuse me. So for beginner players, you can upgrade your characters to these 20 mana circle unlocks each, and you won't have spent a huge amount of mana. You'll be able to recoup that very quickly in the event, so you'll get your return on investment extremely quickly. So each character here is upgraded to only 20 mana circles. The only difference as far as the only thing here that I have equipped to these characters that perhaps new players won't be able to get to super quickly is weapons. I don't have any 5-star tier 3 here. So there's no 5-star tier 3. I have the 5-star elemental weapon that was given for the free Fire Emblem event. So quite a few people I would think would have that unless you're very, very beginner. And then I have some 5 tier 2 weapons here, but no 5 tier 3. So, if you've been playing a couple months, chances are you have a couple 5 tier 2 lying around. If not, I'm confident that you'll still be able to kind of beat this event without it. I'm just looking to see here if maybe I have some lower tier weapons that I can equip just to give it a test. This was given out free in another event, so let's try that, and then I'm going to upgrade it, and I'll just maximize that as far as it can go. I want to make sure that I'm making this as simulated as possible for a true new beginner. Let's see here. Do I have a 4-star? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put a 4-star sword on Yuden. And let's see. This is a 5-star tier 2 weapon. So let's see if I can... That is, I believe, a 4-star tier 2. So I'll equip that. And we'll make a go of it with that. So those are the weapons that I have equipped. All the dragons I have equipped are free from events. And some of them are even off element. So, you don't have to have the strongest dragons. You just have to have dragons. Just upgrade them as much as you can. I do have Peely here, which was the very first event giveaway dragon. It's a pretty useful dragon. I think I'm just trying to compare. I have Ifrit. I'll equip Ifrit just because I don't have a maximum unbound Ifrit. It's just one unbound, so it'll be more probably acquirable or common for newer players because Peely was a giveaway. And I know he's really popular, but he only has been in one event, so I'll use Ifrit instead. All right, so that's the team. Those are the units. The worm prints are extremely important that you have equipped. They are extremely important. So why are they important, Discoria? Well, they give you bonuses as far as what you're collecting with motivational logs and the Mettle rewards. So when you go to the screen here for the Dragonsmiths, you can see Mettle is plus 25%, Motivational Logs is plus 25%. So, and it stacks to a maximum of 150 and 75 respectively. So if you have these worm prints equipped, you're going to quickly start having compound returns on your Mettle and Motivational Logs very quickly. So you want to have as many of these worm prints equipped to your characters as possible. Don't unbind this worm print until the end of the event. Don't worry about doing that. It's just about spreading the love and equipping it to as many characters as you can. I believe you're able to buy worm prints for this event in the treasure trade store, but they give away so many of these as rewards. You'll quickly be able to get some from the rewards and the story and equip them. As well, like you can buy the event worm prints that are available from the shop, and I did just because I'm a collector and I wanted to have as many as I could. But if you don't have the resources of the Eldwater, and at this point for beginners you probably don't, I wouldn't worry about that. Just focus on getting the free one, which is called the Dragon Smiths. So you'll be able to acquire that. There's some for trade in the store. So if you go to Treasure Trade for the event, the Dragon Smiths is available. A number of copies is available up front that you can trade for. I've also had this drop for me just in the normal progression of the event, like 3 or 4 times. So you should get drops of this, and you should be able to keep adding them to your characters until you have 4, one for each of your characters. You can't equip more than one to each character because it's a duplicate. So once you have more than 4, you can start unbinding 1 copy at a time. Just make sure you always have at least 4 during the event to maximize your Mettle and your motivational logs as much as you can. Okay, so that's how to set up the team, essentially. So let's go now with this team, and I'll kind of demonstrate. I'll just demonstrate one of each fight. So Arctos Trial Expert, we're going to... You as a new player, try to also amass friends as much as you can, because you can use these extra attacks to great ability. I'm going to pick Mim as my extra attack here. Always pick an extra attack, especially as a beginner, and it'll allow you just extra survivability to be able to iframe through enemy attacks and things like that, especially if your team's not super survivable. So, all right, let's go into the Arctos Expert. And I'll demonstrate. You're going to want to practice your fighting. As a beginner, you will get used to it. Oh, sorry, got it on fast forward there. That's embarrassing. Okay, so I'm going to use my attack to iframe. I'm also going to go around and try and get the menace because I want the extra bonuses. Oh, somehow. No, come on. No! They're going to destroy the main boss. Okay, so you want to hit the menace if you... Yeah, okay. Good thing I almost didn't get it there. You want to hit the menace because it grants extra rewards and drops. So just make sure that you do that if you can. Like, it's not a travesty if you don't. Just try. So anyways, as you can see, that fight was not hard. And that's with the most basic team. You know, I built a basic team with basic 4-star weapons. And, you know, as a beginner, you should be able to simulate that fairly quickly. And as you can see on the bottom, from bonuses, I got extra motivational logs. So I feel like, yeah, the Arctos Trials are where you get your motivational logs. The challenge battles are where you get the Mettle rewards in high amounts. So you do get some Mettle rewards from this, as you can see, but they're minimal. You get more of them from the challenge. So as a beginner, you shouldn't have any problem with the Arctos Trial difficulty if you just put together a carefully constructed team as instructed. So let's go to the Path to Mastery. And I'll demonstrate a fight here. I'm going to pick a healing ability here, just in case my team doesn't have as much survivability, because this is a longer fight and I don't have any healers on this team. So I picked the healing ability from my friend. So let's go in here and... Alright, so yeah, it's just about making sure you keep your units alive as long as you can for this fight. I was testing this earlier to ensure that this team would be strong enough to take this challenge on, and for me, what I was finding at the end, it's a lot about survivability, because you don't have a healer on the team. You got to keep an eye on your allies' health, and if you see it getting low, then I would use a healing ability, because you definitely want to try and keep them alive for the final part of the fight. That's where things start to get difficult, for sure. At least they definitely get more difficult. So that's where I would try and focus on. Okay, so once one of my characters gets to half health, that's when I think I'm gonna hit my healing ability from the friend, because in that way I don't lose anybody. Oh no, I'm asleep. Okay, I'm gonna switch to another character here so I don't completely die. I was gonna try an iframe here, but I got hit by all of the wind. It's my least favorite. That's one of the things that you're going to run into that makes it really challenging as a beginner when you don't have units with resistance to sleep in these kinds of challenges. It definitely makes it difficult for sure. Okay, so we're on the final wave now, and by now you should have built up your dragon. So make sure you activate your dragon, and your goal here is to get the Trollsmith down to its break status as soon as you can. And yeah, we're just focusing. So it's definitely slower going when you've got this team, but you know what? You just you focus up, and you remember to pop your heals, which is why, again, I would say it's pretty important with as a beginner that you're selecting a team or a helper that's going to have a health regen, just so that you can give yourself that extra breathing room if you're having, some challenges keeping your team alive throughout the fight. So, go Ifrit, go! Okay, come on. Why am I getting slowish screen? That is weird. That does not usually happen on my phone. Alright, gonna iframe through that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so as you can see, totally doable. 50 seconds left in the fight. Just, go back if you're having trouble. Take a look at the team that I built. 20 mana circles each. 4-star weapons. Just a lot of these characters you probably already have 3 stars from the gacha. Just, you can do it. Just practice. Look at the tips again. You will get it. And again, you can see the big boost in Mettle rewards there, and the huge consecrated water reward. So make sure you grind out those Mettle rewards, beginners. Very important. Okay. All right, everybody. So that's the Flames of Reflection event. If you're having any problems after watching this video clearing the content with a lower level team, just go at me in the comments, and I will assist you to the best of my ability, answer any questions, and if there's any other questions related to the video, let me know. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye!